Chinese tech Vivo will unveil Z5X in the near future. The company has released a number of sets with different display setups. Some of them were notched display screen, a few comes with a pop-up camera setup. The Vivo Z5X is going to make its debut with a punch-hole display screen. The new renders about the handset show a bundle of information about the upcoming Vivo Z5X. The freshly leaked image of the handset showed that it will be fueled with a 5000 mAh battery capacity. This will ensure enough backup time without any interruption. Vivo Z5X is powered by the Snapdragon 730 SoC. This is a powerful chipset and the most trusted one for these smartphones. Moreover, the SoC is paired with 4 GB of RAM. The Vivo Z5X is coming with this RAM is capable of executing different tasks at a maximum speed. The internal storage is definitely on the higher side as it is packed with 128 GB of massive storage. Vivo is going to pack its new upcoming handset Z5X with a triple rear camera setup. The main sensor of the pack will be 13 megapixel while the secondary sensor is 8 megapixel and the depth sensor is going to be 2 megapixels. Z5X possesses an 8 megapixel front camera that will give you opportunity to take selfies with ease whenever you want. As far as the display of the upcoming Z5X is concerned, it will come with a 6.35 inches water drop style notched IPS LCD screen that offered HD plus resolution of 720 by 1544 pixels. The water drop notch also confirms that the Z5X is not going to have the pop-up selfie setup. All the specifications and design of the company will make it a complete competitor of all other tech giants. A Vivo V12 Pro is updated with a strong chipset which is Qualcomm Snapdragon 710. Suitable chipset for this phone whose price is also not too much high. To keep the price under the radar, Vivo's V12 Pro is gonna get an octa-core processor, and processor of the smartphone is divided into two different units where each unit is consist of 4 cores of processor. Vivo V12 Pro internet speed is going to hit its new limits because it is also speculated that this phone is going to launch with 5G internet support, which means that the new V12 Pro by Vivo is one of among many who going to launch with such a impressive technology. Samsung is also one of them, and Huawei is also making on 5G technology. V12 Pro seems to be the first one with such a type of technology. Under display of in-display fingerprint scanner is quite famous nowadays, and this brand has launched so many devices already, and Vivo V12 Pro is gonna be one of them who is going to launch with this new type of smartphone security. 6 GB of RAM is pretty big deal for this class, but other variant of Vivo V12 Pro is also there with a RAM power of 4 GB. Internal storage of the phone is 126 GB, which you can expand with the help of SSD card up to 256 GB. Being a Pro device, the Vivo has two high-end variants with 6 GB RAM and 8 GB RAM and 256 and 128 GB internal storage respectively. Diving inside the Vivo S1 Pro, we find that the phone is powered by Snapdragon 675 SoC. On the other hand, the Vivo S1 comes with Helio P70 SoC. Snapdragon 675 is a powerful mid-ranger. Other than that, Vivo S1 Pro gets a 6.39 inches FHD plus Super AMOLED display with 2340 by 1080 pixels and an aspect ratio of 19.5:9. The smartphone also lacks any kind of notch and has slim bezels with screen to body ratio 91.64%. For optics, Vivo S1 Pro comes with a 32 megapixel selfie camera. The selfie camera is hidden behind the display and uses a pop-up mechanism similar to the regular S1. The back of the S1 Pro has a triple camera setup, with the primary camera having 48 megapixel sensor. The other two cameras at the back have an 8 megapixel wide angle sensor and another 5 megapixel depth sensor. As far as pricing is concerned, Vivo has launched both the variants, the 6GB RAM and 8GB RAM, at the same price of CNY 2698. The specifications are quite appealing, and the set will be one of the most demanding when it will in the global market. Yet again, the company is coming with pop-up camera with this new Vivo S1, because manufacturers once again launched the handset with a pop-up camera setup. It is always good to see that the tech giant keep on toes the other companies by bringing inventions. Vivo S1 is going to launch with a brand 6.5 inches display screen with full HD plus display. The screen covers with whole front of the handset, pushing the bezels to the extreme corners. The company claims that the Vivo new S1 will present 90.95 screen to body ratio. As the chipset is concerned, the handset will be powered by MediaTek processor called Helio P70. Vivo has packed the pop-up camera setup in the S1 to show that the Chinese giant is very keen to work on the pop-up sensor setup to bring it to low level as well. The pop-up selfie shooter will be 25 megapixel. Further, S1 is packed with triple rear camera setup, and there is no surprise in that because most of the tech giants now come up with same pattern. Primary sensor will be 12 megapixel, wide angle sensor of S1 will be 8 megapixel, while the depth sensor will be 5 megapixel. The internal storage of the handset is 128 gigabytes, while the RAM is 6 gigabyte. The memory seems very promising. S1 is packed with massive power because the manufacturers have injected the handset with 3940 mAh battery. Vivo's U1 is available in multicolors. Phone is equipped with 6.2 inches display, which has a notch on the front for the camera and a 2.5D protective glass for screen protection. Vivo U1's full view display is amazing, which carries the screen resolution of 720 by 1520 pixels, and the phone comes with 86% screen to body ratio. Under the hood of Vivo latest U1 is Snapdragon 439 chipset, and on the top it has a octa-core processor which handle all kind of your processings. Vivo is now in action, and new smartphone U1 will give a tough time to other companies and other company devices. This phone has 3GB RAM and 32GB of internal storage, and it is also available with the 64GB of internal storage and 4GB of RAM. U1 also has a micro SSD card slot which can be expandable up to 256GB, allowing the user to store a huge amount of data without any trouble. Backside of U1 feature an AI smart dual camera setup carrying a 13 megapixel primary sensor and 2 megapixel secondary sensor with LED flash that will help you a lot to capture nice and quality pictures. U1 also support the face unlock feature and a fingerprint sensor which is placed at the back panel for extra security of your data. Android Oreo 9.1 is running in the U1 by Vivo with the company's own Front Touch 4.5, and it is coming with the 4030 mAh batteries inside the phone so that the user can enjoy games and watch movies for a long time. If we talk about the quality, which is far more better than high-end smartphone, but Vivo U1 price is quite less than the given specifications.